Are you wondering what it costs to live in Sarasota, Florida? Well, I'm going to tell you when we come right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Finding Sarasota. My name is Eric Martin. I'm a local realtor here with Keller Williams Classic Group. And today's video is going to kind of touch on how much is it going to cost once you purchase a home down here for your insurance, your homeowner's insurance, your property taxes, your utilities, your electric bill, water, sewer, how much it would cost for you to re-register your automobiles down here, food costs, things of that nature that you're going to come across once you move in. I'm not really a big numbers guy, so I'm not into percentages. I know a lot of other videos have percentages of different cities versus this city, that city. Some people use indexes based on realtor.com and NARS and things like that. This video is just going to give you what I pay and what I see, so you can kind of look at it from your end on where you live as to whether or not it's going to be less, the same, or more to move to Sarasota, Florida if you're thinking of it. So when we get to the home costs, I'm really not going to go too much into that. The average cost right now, I believe, is around $325,000, $330,000 homes for most of Sarasota. But again, that's going to vary on where you're buying, how big of a house, how small of a house. So there's a lot of variables, so I'm not really going to get into that part of it. But I do want to touch on homeowners insurance and property taxes and utilities and things like that. So we'll start off with the property taxes. And again, I know that's going to be based upon what you buy and kind of where you buy and what county you buy as to what the property taxes are going to be. But I have a 2,000 square foot house and my property taxes are right around $1,700 a year. I know that is probably lower than most states, so it's kind of a benefit here for that aspect of it. But then when you start talking about homeowners insurance, it's probably the opposite. It's probably a lot higher here than it is in most states due to the possibility of the hurricanes and the flooding with the wind damage and whatever else a hurricane can bring into the area. So my homeowner's insurance runs right around $3,200 a year, and that is due to a few things. Whether or not you have hurricane-proof windows, whether or not you have a newer roof that is going to hold up to a hurricane. My premium is so high because I have a house that was built in '66 with original windows and a roof that's about 20 some odd years old. And here's the thing with the insurance. And I have a friend of mine who just moved down here who had the same issue, is when your roof reaches a certain year, and mine is about 20 years and so was his, that most insurance companies will not give you homeowners insurance. I was lucky enough to have a agent find a company that would insure me. So I just another year or two just have to get the roof redone, and that will probably bring my premium down. And then once we start doing the windows, that'll bring the premium down. How much? Honestly, don't know. Couldn't really tell you. But just take that into consideration that even though the property taxes are lower, your insurance premium is going to be higher. And you kind of add those two together and you might, average out to the same that where you're living now, or you might be saving money. Next thing I want to touch on is the utilities, your electric bill, your water, your sewer bills, things like that. Now, down here in Florida, we moved down in mid-April, so we kind of like started the summer season off with the electric bill. And right now my electric bill is about $175 to $180 a month. A little higher some months, a little lower a couple other months. But I'm hoping that once the winter seasons hit down here, October, November, and December, we're not going to be using the air conditioner, and that will cut that down probably almost to half the bill. So I'm probably looking at $1,400 to $1,500 a year for electric. Now, back in New Jersey, my bills were $50 a month, so that was about $600 a year. But I had to heat the house. And anybody that has heating oil or propane, you know that you're paying probably $1,200 to $1,500 a year, depending on what you keep the temperatures in the house for heating oil. Down here in Florida, you only have to worry about the air conditioning and maybe turn the heat on once or twice in the winter. So again, just that's something that you can compare to numbers to about $1,400 to $1,500. Now, mind you, we keep our air conditioner at about 73. If you keep it a little warmer, of course, your air conditioner is going to run less. You're going to save some money. If you go colder, obviously, it's going to cost you more money because your air conditioner is running more. When you're talking water and sewer, they're both combined in the same bill here. Some areas, again, like in New Jersey, I had a water company that was private, and then I had the sewer taxes that were given out by the town. Now, my sewer taxes were $140 quarterly, so you figure 280. I was about $560 a year for my sewer, and probably about $120 a year, so $700 and something dollars. Down here, it's $65 a month for sewer and water, so that's about $600. So roundabout, it's probably about the same amount of money. So really didn't save anything. It's right around the same money. And again, you can compare it to what you're paying to at home. Here's one that I wasn't really thinking about, and people told me when I moved down here, oh my God, it's going to cost you much money for when you get your cars registered, da 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 da. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I went to re-register vehicles in Florida, and you have to get the new title in Florida, you have to get the new registration, and you have to get the driver's license. Well, all of that said and done could be anywhere between $400 to $500 a vehicle, depending on the size and the title fees and things like that. So mine was right around, for two vehicles, I think it was right around like $800 to re-register, retitle, and get the two licenses for Florida. Auto insurance, believe it or not, was actually more money than I was paying in New Jersey by about $100. But that may vary for you because I couldn't bundle homeowners and car, so you might be able to bundle your homeowners and vehicle when you move down here, depending on whether or not your insurance company covers homeowners. I have Travelers. They do not cover homeowners in Florida, but they carry automobile. So that's just one more thing you may have to keep your mind about as to if you may have to switch carriers or do some changing around with keeping your current one and using a new one, or whatever you can figure out to make it the best for you. And the last thing I want to talk about is food cost. Now, mind you, we do have sales tax. It's 7%, but we also do not have state income. So when you do move down, so if you do move down, not having any state income tax, you're going to save money on your paychecks. So you are going to save a little bit that way. So it kind of makes up for it a little bit along the way. But getting back to the food costs, I'm sure you probably have the same thing as in your area. You have food stores that are going to be a little bit more expensive. You're going to have food stores or grocery stores, whatever you call them, that are going to be a little less. Down in this area, we have Publix and we have Walmarts. Now, Publix in this area are a little bit more money, but I have more in the area closer to my home. And then we have two super Walmarts that are about 10 to 20 minute drive away. So you just got to kind of look at it as, if we have something, a big list to do, you go to Walmart, you can save yourself some money. If it's a 1 or 2 item run, you go to Publix, you pay the extra bucks, because by the time you drive, spend the money and time and gas, it's really not going to save you anything really in the long run. So for the food area, I do see a little bit of an increase in some of the things that I used to buy, um, like ice cream. I don't know why, but ice cream seems to be more expensive in Florida. But for the most part, everything kind of averages out. Some things are a little less, some things are a little bit more. Um, so for the food costs, it just depends on A, where you shop, B, what you buy, and C, what your budgets are for food. So I hope that kind of helps you out. It was a kind of little quick video today, kind of like to the point. But if you have any questions, throw them in the comment box. If there's any videos that you would want to see or know about, throw them in the comment box. And again, click on the subscribe button and you can watch all of these videos that I'm bringing out on Thursdays. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. See you next Thursday.